this?
All right. Last item of note here before we talk about the producer live letter. The benchmark has finally dropped. Woo! Has everyone downloaded it? What's your score? Let us know. Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord.
How big is your benchmark penis?
That's right.
Your B penis?
Penis.
Your B.
That's not what you call yours, is it? Anyway.
No, most people refer to mine as a T penis, probably.
So do you guys want to let's watch the benchmark?
Yeah, watch the benchmark.
Yeah, let's watch it. Why not?
St.
I need
Cooper
to
says my
somehow
score.
sync this up with you guys.
My score was upgrade your shit.
Oh, that's too bad. All
My
right.
score was really bad, I feel.
Really?
I got 6.6K on
ouch.
maximum.
Mine was double yours.
Oh,
Yeah, mine was 12,498.
How
Mine
is
was
that so bad?
12.6.
My rig is good.
Dude, you got a budget video card for some reason. I don't know.
Did I?
Have you ever looked at that thing? It's super small. It's
Why
super
would you
small.
let me do that?
I don't know. I told
You're
you.
kind of a dick.
Oh yeah, this is my fault.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh no, but now you do.
No, I still don't.
Well, congratulations. You just learned something.
All right.
Okay, well, we need to...
Juxta, when you go for a video card, the larger number typically, the better.
Yeah.
I thought I had a large number.
What number was it?
I don't remember.
Was it higher or lower than your benchmark?
Probably.
It better be a lot higher.
No, I don't know if it's a lot. I think it was like a 9.
Well, if it's Radeon, anyway.
I'm making it.
Is there any?
I was gonna say mine's like an AMD Radeon like 200, and I got over 10K.
What? Jesus Christ.
I don't
What's
know.
up with all you people using Radeon?
Okay, people are asking me what card I have. I don't know
He's not smart, guys.
about computers.
Unless it's in relation to
smart-
spreadsheets.
Not smart about computers.
No.
Yes, it's true. I'm not smart about computers.
No, you're not smart about a lot of things. A variety of things.
Well, that's
like way
fair.
too many things to actually like.
Spaceships. I don't know how to make one.
Look, when it comes to just about anything, you can't go the long distance, okay? Or the distance long.
Did you try to say it wrong and said it right?
Spaceships? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know anything about. Do you know anything about spaceships?
I know a lot about spaceships.
Like what?
I don't know.
Do you know how to make it? Do you know how to make one?
Absolutely.
How do you make one?
I'm totally lying right now.
Oh, well, there you go.
See, but you need to learn from me, and just when you don't know, lie like you do know.
But
Also, when people ask you like what black comedians you know, just don't say anything.
just stare at them.
If anyone wants to understand that joke, you can listen to Final Encountercast over at finalencountercast.com.
Which you should have
plug.
been doing to begin with.
Let's take a look at the benchmark. Like how there's a big tract of silence here at the beginning.
I didn't want to comment on the rating from the ESRB.
Sexual thieves.
Well, I wasn't saying from you guys. I was just saying in every trailer ever.
The opening here is actually pretty cool.
And it was fun to put your character into this.
Yeah.
Like it's nice to see like the trailer without Derplander. It's your character in it.
Although,
It's a
did
bit
you
more
watch the
approachable.
trailer with Derplander? Because the haircut that he has, like I feel like Derplander has reached maximum derp now.
Is there any kind of Easter egg like in the Heavensward one where if you do it again you get Hildebrand or whoever?
I don't think so.
know.
'Cause
I forgot about that in the Heavensward one.
I ran it multiple times on
Yeah.
stream and didn't notice anything.
So
So,
did I. Minus stream.
I felt like that sort of moment right there where it shows the four people being like, I thought it was like, like it had like this really cool like movie vibe, and then it was just like, actually, let's just go out and have
See,
fun.
like I'm actually kind of into the tone of this part. Like,
yeah.
No, I had the same feeling. For the first time, I was like, all right, I'm kind of ready for war. I can't remember why I'm ready for war, but the videos got me there.
well, I don't know that we totally know why we're getting ready for war yet either. I mean, Xenos hasn't done anything.
Right.
And he's going to be the one that ends up spurring us into action. So I don't know that we've gotten that information yet.
Yep.
I'm excited because I do think that this has a distinctly different vibe from what Heavensward was bringing to the table.
Oh, definitely. Like the Heavensward one was so, and it felt depressing to me. Like you were meant to felt bad.
It was grave. It
grave.
was
Grave. That's a great word for
serious.
it.
Yes.
Sullen.
Well, parts of it. When was the last time you guys watched the Heaven's Ward trailer? Because I did like a comparison to these two. So I've recently watched it, and they're actually set up very similarly. The Heaven's Ward trailer starts out not with something that seems narrative driven, but you have, if you remember, it was like the Duskhold or something, where it shows the Dark Knight and he's getting ready to like take on some big monster or whatever, and then the Astrologian comes out and does some moves, and then the Machinist comes out and does some moves. So it is action packed at the beginning, but it doesn't have this sense of like narrative or plot to it. You know, this seems like something's going on besides just showcasing.
Well, and this one is bifurcated because they do really take Doma and put it into its own sort of like area. Like they really compartmentalize it separately from what we're being shown as a part of the Resistance.
It feels like you're seeing the beginnings of two different stories.
Yeah, I agree.
Does anyone else feel like the Alamegan story is a lot smaller than Doman?
Yes.
Doesn't that make you mad that North America got the smaller story?
No, what makes me mad is that it's been building up for Alamigo this whole time, and then as soon as they announced Doma at the Fan Fest, now everything's been about Doma, like Alamigo doesn't matter anymore.
I don't know if I'd say that it feels like the story is smaller, because we don't actually know what's going on in Doma,
we don't know
but because Alamigo on the map is smaller than what the Far East does, it does seem like how are you going to focus equally on both of these?
Well, I think what it is, and what Square Enix should do, is the entirety of 4.0 going up to the point where 4.1 would ostensibly take over. That's all got to focus on Alamigo. I think you've got the very last part of 4.0 as a piece of narrative is you going over to Doma.
I don't think that's what will happen, but I agree that that's how it should be. Like that would be like 4.0's story should be Alamigo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I think if the subsequent expansions focus on Doma, then that will feel at least a little bit more satisfying. Because if we're split between these two areas right from the get-go, that's going to be so frustrating.
Yeah, that's very disjointed.
That's what it's going to be, because have you seen how much stuff we have of Doma versus how little we have of Alamigo?
Yep, you guys are in for a bad time. It's going to be one of those things where it's like, all right, we're solving something in Alamigo, but we need time, so let's go over here and play around in Doma. Go back to Alamigo for a plot line. Back to Doma.
That's going to be so bad.
It sure is.
That is going to be so unsatisfying. Ugh.
Why are we running through Bent Branch Meadows? Oh, we're not. Okay, cool.
It's QuakeCon.
It's QuakeCon.
I do like that.
I dig this.
Oh my god, I don't realize where you guys pause it. I'm trying to keep up with you. This is very difficult.
The big battle scene now.
I really do like whatever that armor the warrior is in. That's pretty freaking cool. And
can we talk about the more important thing, which is warrior gap closer? As if you need another reason not to play paladin.
God damn. You got a point.
I did not catch that, actually.
That's true. I mean, I caught the gap closer, but I didn't connect it to the higher purpose of keeping the paladin man down.
I do like a lot of these new mechanical Garlean constructions. These are very cool.
Yeah, it would have been really disappointing to get into this war and just see the same Garlean contraptions we've been seeing
or just
forever.
Different colors. Yeah,
that'd be awful.
I love the mag rotors from Final Fantasy VI. I'm so hyped for those. And the traditional Final Fantasy VI magic head for Machinist.
Yep.
We're going to see that giant spider thing from Final Fantasy VIII in this storyline. I know. XATM is going to be in this.
Yeah, now if you watch close right here, they're actually showing off a lot of the new abilities in this right here.
Yep.
Yep. I got that Astrologian card. It's red.
No, there's two Astrologian cards.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, there's
no, watch out, Turplander!
Don't worry,
saved him.
I'll save you.
Here comes the red mage.
Now you know that's gonna be their like winning battle emote that you can do.
What with the collar popping?
Throw it up.
This is getting me excited. This is getting me excited for red mage. By the way.
Well, here's the thing: is I feel like Juxta isn't really living up to being a red mage with the lack of excitement that he's bringing into Stormblood.
What?
And I'm gonna say, like, I'm just being honest. My hype for Heaven's Word was accelerated that much more by Dark Knight being thrown into the mix too. your hype levels for Stormblood
Counterpoint.
have been as low as they have ever been at any point in this show, and yet we're going to be getting your quote unquote your identifying job here. So I mean, which is it, man?
Okay, counterpoint. You didn't have to weather Heaven's Ward before getting Stormblood.
Doesn't matter.
But you had Ninja during that time.
Exactly. See, I'm gonna put for Juxta. You are far more a ninja than you are a red mage.
Don't say that. That's not true.
No, that's true. Sorry, Kahlo.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm hyped.
It's okay. I've got enough samurai hype for me and Juxta.
Nobody asked you, Nika.
Yeah, Nika, be quiet. I don't need you to defend my red mageness with your fake samurai shit, okay?
I don't think you can claim the mantle of red mage anymore. Red mage, no, it's
What are you
done.
talking about?
That's fine.
That era is over. You moved. You moved on. Just admit it. You moved on in Final Fantasy 11. In Final Fantasy 11, you moved on to Ninja, and when you did, you really did hang up that red hat.
You have the poster to prove it that I got for you, that I made for you.
But it's time to don the hat once more.
Really?
I don't know. I think that Ascalia is going to be a resident red mage. I think that that's probably the better idea.
Yeah, I think you're going to be right.
He's our resident raider, and now he's our resident red mage.
He will always be the Dragoon.
Oh, crap. Nika, am I still going to have to come as Dragoon to our raid?
Yes, because Strife is going as red mage.
Because, yeah, we need it. Oh, man. Wait, Strife, who's our new tank?
Syl probably.
Oh,
Syl's
we're going to die.
Probably.
Syl's main is a tank.
No, this can't work. Either I get to go as red mage, or we all have to stay on the job that we're on. This isn't right.
Dude, he claimed this like a year ago.
Damn it, I wasn't there
You
yet.
can't. No way.
Anyway, no, I don't.
Once a Dragoon, always a Dragoon.
Anyway, Juxta,
I
red
don't,
mage.
I don't think you can claim red mage, man.
No, red mage is the best.
That was so like
That's your defense. That's your defense.
You
really.
say red mage is the best the same way Aniro says no, Doma's great.
All right, Juxta, go out in the hall, prepare yourself, and you get one chance to come in here and really convince us that you're ready for red mage. Okay?
No, I don't need to prove to you guys how red mage I am.
No, I need
He's
a
right. He
drink.
doesn't have to prove it.
You can. No. You definitely.
No.
Are you controlling the video? Then go excuse yourself and go get me something to drink. That's right. Go do it.
If you'll wait till the end of the red mage segment, I'll go get you a drink. I just want to see the red mage bit.
Daddy's asking you to do him a favor, Juxta.
Go collect your thoughts and come back in here and really sell us on the fact that you're a red mage, because I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I simply do not believe it.
Flap like a wyvern for red mage hype.
All right, he's gone. We can keep watching.
But no, they kind of capture like the jump in, do your moves, jump back, switch back to caster, and start casting again. I love it.
Thank you, resident red mage expert Ascalia. I really appreciate that insight on this trailer.
Oh my God.
You know what makes me angry is that I actually do like this. I was so hoping that red mage would just be meh and unimpressive so that I could just justify staying on Dragoon and not have to level another job. But now I want to play this.
They showed that off during the Red Mage gameplay trailer at FanFest.
You know what? It sounds like you want to play it too.
I do. I can't help it. I'm not even happy that I want to play it. I would much rather just stay Dragoon, but it's cool. It looks fun. It looks interesting. I don't have to stand right in front of everything and get wrecked by AoEs all the time.
I mean, you're still probably wrecked by AoEs.
Oh my God. I'm not going to have to worry about getting hit while I'm jumped.
What the?
Oh my God.
Okay, for starters, there's going to be gap closers with Red Mage. There's going to be melee attacks with Red Mage.
Yeah.
There's still going to be animation lock with Red Mage.
Shut up about Red Mage. We're past that part of the trailer. We don't even want to fucking hear it.
I got to talk more about Red Mage.
No, you don't, because you're not a Red Mage.
I am a Red Mage.
No, you're not.
Because Red Mage is great.
That's his defense.
Because Red Mage
is great.
As the inflection goes down,
yeah,
along with his hype.
No, because in my opinion, I think when the Red Mage does that like little charge move, I think that's actually 3 moves in one.
Really?
I think the gap closer is one animation.
Yeah.
And then his little multi-poke attack,
yeah,
that's got to be like a melee attack, like a weapon skill. and then finally the
looks like
jump away. That's just
You know what that poke skill
repelling
is?
shot from Bard.
Yeah, I could agree that it probably is multiple moves because
Right.
if it's one move, that is so much time without being able to give
Yeah.
input. Like, there's no way they could sell it as one move.
That multiple poke looks like evisceration from 11.
No, it does not. Jesus Christ! You don't even know how to red mage. You shut the fuck up.
See, that I
that is
believe.
clearly
Do you know how to red mage?
maybe
Do
like
you?
wasps. No,
No.
Wasp
I think-
sting this.
no. It's I don't think.
There really wasn't a sword just like
No.
poke move.
No, there wasn't.
Anyway,
yeah.
Escali, I found you in the trailer.
Oh, I'm there?
Yeah, look at you. You're poking the... I don't even know. What is this thing that he's poking?
Oh, so there is a Dragoon.
What is this?
Because somebody in chat was complaining, like, where's the Dragoon? And I'm like, you had a whole fucking expansion.
Oh, no,
Sit your ass down.
I see. This is one of those flying things,
Yeah.
and then there's a Lamia over there. I thought it was all one thing, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
We are grossly underrepresented in this. In this
Fuck you.
trailer.
You just had your own expansion.
Yeah, exactly.
Expansion. This is Let Monks Shine. Come on.
Actually, going back
Speaking
to red mage, when he jumps down, he does cast arrow, but I don't think that's going to be a red mage spoof. That's going to be one of those roll based skills.
Oh, one of
Right,
the class based.
Wait, pause it.
Yeah, class based.
All right.
So
All of these are new moves here.
This is what I'd like to say about that whole sequence there, okay? Because a lot of people, Nero, obviously, have been coming and being like, "Oh, that's a big campaign. That's a big besieged event." And as much as I'd really like that to be some type of precursor for a cool event like that, guys,
I don't see it.
All that was to show us off a bunch of different moves.
That is
all
going
at
to
once.
that is a
Because they had that same type of thing in Heavensward where they all showed a whole bunch of different moves.
yeah, exactly. Like that is like at best you'll get a cutscene that emulates that. That is not an
Yeah.
event.
that was just benchmarking.
So
how much shit can we put on this?
Yeah, exactly. How can we need to stress out your video card for a
It
moment.
is called a benchmark for a
Yeah,
reason.
we want to see what we can do. We're not gonna do this, but it's good to know we have the potential to.
Now
Right.
that said, I wish that was a campaign like event. That would be
Obviously,
fucking
everybody
badass.
wishes that.
Yeah, just don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, yeah.
Can that
you
just be
can't-
the tagline for Stormblood?
Don't get your hopes
up. Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood. Do not get your hopes up. That was racist as shit. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Why? I don't know why I started that in just regular English and then tried to transition. What
the hell is wrong with you?
I'm going to excuse myself
Especially
and get a
because it would
drink.
be an O at the end of
okay.
dude.
That was horrible. That's okay
Shut
because
up, weeb.
Koji!
it's all right. We're into the Doma part of the trailer anyway, so you don't need to.
Ugh,
The
halftime.
music is so cute.
Can I excuse myself again?
The music is okay.
Okay, this
Cute.
music perfectly sums up Samurai. Like, you go back a scene and how they introduced Red Mage, and then Samurai just walks up and just like, hey. and
I'm here.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think this was more to show off the landscape of the area than Samurai itself.
Okay, still, they put Samurai in there and it just makes me think, yep, this is how excited I am for Samurai.
It shows more Samurai
No
battles
hype.
later.
Most important thing is, this is going to be the new center for ERP on Belmont.
Def.
of course.
The city.
Yeah.
That, It
Duh.
shows like a little thingy, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
This makes me so
Jenga tower.
unhyped for.
There's a dead
Oh, I think it's so
Lalafell,
pretty.
though. Just drowned in front of that
Check
guy.
out this. The swimming though.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Why did they waste development on swimming?
I don't understand.
there's a very specific thing that happens that really finally, I think, like, culminated how upset I am about the whole swimming thing, right? Everybody hates underwater combat. So they're like, oh, okay, well, don't worry, there's not going to be underwater combat. It's just about swimming and exploring. But how do you go underwater and have all of these different threats? For example, this giant kraken.
The Kraken.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the same Kraken, isn't it?
But no, we're not going to fight anything. You're perfectly fine
Did you
underwater.
see Ultros under there, guys?
Yeah, yes, Nika. There was Ultros too.
Ultros. What's he doing under there?
He's an octopus. Jesus.
But he's Ultros. We know him. Like the last time we saw Ultros, he was manning the fucking Coliseum. Why is he under the water in Stormblood?
Cool looking hunt mob.
How did he end up there?
Now, I will give this to this particular sequence here in this zone. All the stuff that we see in the background, this is the first time that I feel like a zone is going to really look visually impressive and,
Yes.
like, really stuns me.
Yeah. What they're doing here with this whole like barrier thing and this whole sequence, I'm really like, this has been the first time where I'm like, I'm kind of interested in what's going to happen in Doma now.
Cletus.
It's the those turtle beastmen were with the Cletus guy.
Yeah.
They helped break down the wall. you guys did. I don't know if you noticed or not,
This
but
part disappoints me so much.
the flying mounts, there was flying wolves. So confirmed, birds are wolves.
There's also
expansion.
Mantine, that Mantis Pokemon. We got to fight him too.
Guys,
Yeah, right.
we all right. So we have a problem here.
Yeah, no, this is. I need to complain about this because
Please
first,
do.
What's wrong with Susano Calloway?
stop it. Oh my god. All right. First of all,
You stole that joke.
here's
No.
here's my
Can't
first.
prove that.
Here's my first problem is I feel like we now have an answer for what the domed thing under the water is. It's just this battle arena.
Oh, I didn't. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that,
It's
dude.
just this battle arena.
Oh,
That's it.
that's even worse.
That's it. Congratulations. Oh, you were thinking that a bubble thing was going to be cool underwater? Well, guess what? It's just another circle arena. I hope you wanted another circle arena.
No, there's got to be more than just the circle arena.
At least
Maybe
the
like a
aesthetic
zone
of it
or a
looks really
dungeon.
cool. You can see through
Yeah.
the bubble and see
No.
the city
Don't give
out
me that
there.
look.
No.
Daddy, don't give me that look.
that
Narratively, this is
There's no
so
It's
terrible.
done.
This
It's
is
done.
so bad.
So we've basically got an Iron Giant and then
Yo, Jimbo?
Jimbo.
Yojimbo. What? Okay. I know we had asked for Yojimbo,
Yeah.
but I feel like, first of all, this is kind of a disappointing way to reveal that we're gonna fight Yojimbo.
It's
I
literally
like,
FFX Yojimbo too.
Yeah, it's straight out of FF10.
it's like they didn't even bother to change the model at all.
See, I'm actually fine with them not changing the model, but here's what I'm disappointed in. All right, so we're fighting Susanu, so it's a primal battle, right? Yojimbo is just like a bodyguard. He's just an ad. Like, I don't even see him being in the story. No. There's no way that he could be more important than the primal. And I started to think, well, maybe this means that Yojimbo's going to be an actual character in the story, like just a normal dude in some way. But he's so much bigger than everybody else, and his dog is huge. He's literally just an ad in a fight.
We can't take any like battle mechanics or plot mechanics or anything
Right.
from a benchmark.
That's true. That is.
I don't think Yojimbo's going to be related to the Susanu fight. in
Then
any
why
way.
put him in there? That's just, you undercut the actual revelation of bringing him out.
Well,
We already knew Yojimbo was going to be in Stormblood.
Did we?
Didn't we?
No.
Yojimbo? No, I think it was a foregone conclusion that we would see Yojimbo, but we knew we were
had
getting
him camp-
Susanu.
Yeah.
We didn't know. We didn't have
Susano.
confirmation.
No,
Susano.
basically, look, Yojimbo is Far Eastern, so if he's there, no one's going to be surprised. But no, we had no confirmation or hints in any way that he was going to be there.
The only thing I'll disagree on that is I don't mind him being an ad for a fight. He is a mercenary. He is someone you summon to bodyguard
But
for
only,
you.
but I don't know.
But
I want him to. But I wanted to have. Yeah, like first of all, that's weird for a primal because
Yes,
how
that
does
is weird.
where does a primal get currency?
Again, I don't know that he will be an actual accomplice to a
I was
primal.
going to say,
No,
that would have made it okay to have him like show up at multiple points through this story because people kept like hiring him for stuff and it building to something greater. That'd be cool. But yeah,
I don't know.
What if
Primal
every
hire
major
him.
fight he's being paid by the other team and you have to like keep fighting different
Okay.
versions of him?
That'd be fun.
That'd be sweet.
I'd be down for that.
They're paying him more and more to try to finally take you down. And on the last one, he just Zantetsuken and you lose.
Primal wouldn't pay Yojimbo to help him.
The Beast Tribe would.
Would they? I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe,
not?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I mean, Yojimbo just works for whoever can pay the most coin, right?
So yeah, look at Derplander's haircut when it does like a close up of him. It's so terrible. Be watching for new moves in here because there's a few new moves in here as
There's
well.
a summon
there
in here.
definitely are.
Wow, he looked like an actual black mage right there.
look
That
at
was
that.
cool.
I like the Black Mage's hat. It's got some cool designs on it.
Yeah.
Black Mage has
Now watch, the Dragoon in here actually has a wyvern.
The Scholar had like a lightning bolt thing going on.
Right here. What?
For one brief moment. Oh, was that Lancet?
That might have been
Are we
Lancet.
finally getting Lancet, that move we should have had since the beginning?
Maybe.
I'm gonna
Maybe.
go back and point out that
Ninja Frog?
Ninja's new animation is a frog.
Oh my god.
They added a new summon in the game, Ninja Frog. Congratulations, summoner. Go fuck yourself.
Ninja gets a summon first.
How do you guys feel about that? I feel like that's kind of a lame animation.
I think
I think it's a
giant
call,
summon
it's a
frog
callback
be
to
awesome.
that FF11 animation where you got to be on a frog.
I know what the reference is to. I'm just
Reference is to ninjas forever
Naruto.
having frogs.
Ninjas in 14 have always been kind of depicted as sort of like a little bit wacky instead of like just like a, serious all like shadow
They get
assassin-y,
bunnies on their
so-
heads when they fuck up.
Yeah, I mean it fits into what they have.
But this is supposed to be showing off your big move, like one of the most impressive animated moves.
No. See, they say that, but then in Heaven's Ward, they showed us Sheltron, and we thought it was going to be this really big, cool defensive move, and it's literally just this little shield blocks thing that's really shitty. Yeah.
I just want everyone to notice, if we can get there or not, Dark Knight gets what looks like a defensive cooldown.
I saw. Yeah. We'll get there. We're not quite there yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Because here's where it is, right here. Boom. Yeah.
You're right.
I just want to point out for all the paladins out there that a targeted defensive cooldown will make probably Dark Knight's the best off tank, because if you can cast that on the real tank, that's another defensive cooldown for the main tank.
I'm pretty sure it's basically Dark Knight's equivalent of cover.
No! What way would that be cover?
No, it's because Paladin gets cover where you take damage instead of it. This is like a real quick one-hit thing. So if you don't cast it at the right time, it works on an auto attack, and it really doesn't that.
Okay, but you know when tank busters are usually starting to come down. So
that's true.
But even still, I feel like an auto attack could end up wasting it.
If you're off tanking, then you should still be able to know when when something big's coming out, and you can fire that off if need be.
Not to mention,
Square like you could also do with cover. If you
Square could also code in that it just doesn't absorb auto attacks. That way, we completely make paladins obsolete.
Just like Sheltron. They did that for Sheltron, the really great defensive cooldown, Sheltron. That's a thing they did, right, Nika?
That's not even related to this at all. What are you talking about?
Sheltron absorbs one, or parries the next attack. And most people would rather parry, or whatever the fuck it is. Most people would rather block the big tank buster, but usually gets eaten by the auto attack.
Yep.
Well, I know that's
saying,
why.
So then his joke worked.
There's no.
What are you yelling at him?
There's no fucking precedence.
I wasn't sure what he was trying to talk about.
I think there is precedence. They shit on paladins. They don't shit on the other guys. That's the precedent.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Well, if they continue on in that pattern, maybe.
I think if it is a cover type move, I think it might be the equivalent. Like cover absorbs the physical attack. I think if Dark Knight got magic cover for only magical attacks, that might be a thing. But
cover absorbs some magical things too. I use it on what's it in T13, the big fucking magic bursts from Bahamut. I totally used cover on it, didn't I? Maybe not.
What is?
Remember? No, I used it on the auto attack that came after that move. Never mind.
Nika, how are you so bad at Paladin?
I can't remember because cover is fairly useless. I never use it.
What's going on with the Dark Knight's helmet there? I'm a little worried about that. I'm not sure I like that a whole lot. It's a little Knights of Renish for me.
Does it matter?
I was like, you're just going to glamour it to the Odin helm anyway, but...
Well, I think all of the AF3 so far has been pretty
it's not bad.
Like, they all look like more of the same.
Yeah, we're gonna have some images later of some of the AF3, and it's disappointing. God, that is a cool effect.
See, look at his derpy hair. And here we have his SB3.
Oh boy,
which just looks like a normal move.
It really just kind of does. Yeah, it looks like any kind of offensive limit break.
Yeah, I feel like
it looks even worse on Final Heaven.
They should have.
That's the standard.
They should have added.
I don't know. It looks kind of like Omni Slash. It's kind of cool.
They should have added like a moon behind him, and you slice up the moon, and then
like petals fall and
cherry blossoms fall to the ground as it breaks like glass, and all the cherry blossoms like ripple.
And is this the final boss of the expansion?
And then it melts your computer because you're a fucking weeaboo.
Jeez.
Yeah. So overall, the thing that I think disappointed me most about that benchmark, and when I went back and watched the Heaven's Ward 1, the Heaven's Ward 1 was kind of very similar, was it just felt like a patch trailer, right? Like there wasn't any kind of, but besides the beginning, right, when we have the monk who's walking with the resistance and stuff, it all just felt like it was like, all right, here's what this department's been working on. Swimming.
That's what a benchmark is supposed to be, though.
Okay,
this is not a Stormblood trailer. This is a benchmark.
That is such a cop-out excuse.
The Heaven's Ward benchmark was the same way.
I know, and I'm saying that is a problem. Okay? And someone's been like, oh, well, the benchmarks you're supposed to use to show stuff off. That's fine, but you can still frame this to build up more hype than just, here's this feature we're coming with, here's this feature we're coming with, here's this feature we're coming with, okay?
I'm coming!
At the end of the Heaven's Ward trailer, when it's showing all the combat stuff, they actually use Nidhogg, right? And that trailer got me so much more hyped because they put the part that actually seems a little bit more narrative driven or a little bit more plot related.
That's probably why they put Susanoo in there.
I don't know. Like, what a waste of time to put a lot of effort into your benchmark like that. What benchmark has ever been particularly exciting?
That was effort?
No.
Has there been a benchmark for any game that's been like super revealing and exciting like that though?
I can't think of something like.
do
you remember how garbage 11's benchmark was?
I don't know if I ever did 11's benchmark.
11's benchmark was literally how many Taru and Chocobos can we fit on a screen?
Was it really?
Yeah, I linked it in the chat this morning.
I didn't bother to click on it.
Yeah, no, the 11 benchmark was literally like, all right, let's run. Like the last one they ever did, I think, was for Chains of Promathia. So it's got like, all right, we're gonna run through Lufay's Meadows or Misero Coast with a bunch of Taru on Chocobos and a lightning effect going off in the background to see if your computer just crashes. There was barely even like scores at the end of it. It was like, did your computer make it through the benchmark? You can probably play the game.
There was a score at the bottom.
I know there was, but
it was meaningless.
Like literally, if your computer like couldn't handle the game, you probably wouldn't get through the benchmark without it crashing.
God, I don't remember any of that. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I came out of this benchmark for the first time kind of excited for Stormblood.
I was excited when I saw that. I was like,
and I think part of that was Red Mage, yeah, but being able to put my character in as the character instead, as not just having to see it through Derplander's eyes, which fair. I never care about.
That's fair.
But once I can see it with my own character, like, all right, I can kind of see me in this environment now. Yeah, I'm getting a little more excited for this.
I think the Alamegan parts excited me,
Definitely.
and the Doman parts made me more
That's because you're just set on the weeaboo mentality. Oh, this is cool. It's a mix of Eastern Asian influences and it's a Japanese game, so just let them have their moment.
Nika, could you maybe let us complete a thought?
Seriously, getting jumped on.
I haven't had a thought in like 20 minutes.
I know you haven't had a thought in your lifetime. We know.
But I don't have a problem with them doing what they're doing with the Doman area because it's not something they've really ever explored in one of their online games. Like the most we ever got out of it in 11 was Racing-Jima at the very end of the game, and that's one zone and it's a forest.
Okay, guys, look, in our chat, Malkyria is complaining about weeb shit. When Malkyria complains about weeb shit, you have a problem.
Malkyria is trying to fit in. She's fine. I don't believe for a second she actually cares.
Ouch!
Damn.
Savage.
That ow.
She's just very thirsty.
Anyway,
no, that was mean.
No, I'm split because I'm hyped for the Alamegan stuff, but so not for the Doma stuff. And I understand. Look, I understand that I am not the biggest fan of like
the aesthetic
anime or Japanese culture or any of that stuff because I feel like it gets too hung up on stuff.
Yeah.
Like once you go down that road, like it's so strict. Like anything that adheres to Japanese tropes even, like right down to the characterization of characters, you get strict character archetypes that, you know, like very quickly your characters have to be put in those boxes. And there's a lot about the narrative structure that I don't like and that concerns me about moving forward in Stormblood.
I get you in that sense because like I think Doma looks really cool and I'm excited for it in general, but the thing is that they've been hyping Alamigo for a long time, and with how into Monk and Alamegan lore and all of that I'm so interested in that. Now just to see that everything is focused on Doma, as cool as it is, I'm a little bit worried that all of the cool stuff of Alamigo is going to get pushed to the back burner, and that's.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying that 4.0 should just focus on Alamigo.
Right.
I wasn't saying that just because like I feel like there should be more of a focus on Alamigo because I don't care about Doma. What I'm saying is that if they decided to do it that way, then I think you have really made a case for like we've put the Eorzean continent stuff to bed and now we can move on to Doma.
Well, and exactly because after you finish 4.0, if they focus it completely on Alamigo, you free the Alamigan territory, and you can then transition at 4.1 into saying, okay, we're starting to make our push towards Garlemald, and step number 1 for that is we have to liberate Doma.
Okay,
and
I could see that. I would from a narrative standpoint, I would go along with that.
And the only issue with that is how would you
all the Doma and stuff till 4.1?
Exactly, is how would you do it without implementing any of those zones?
Yeah. No, you make it a story wall that doesn't happen until the end of 4.0. You have to get
and then you just have a bunch of open Doman zones with no story for another 3 months?
Yep.
I don't even know that you have to.
Yeah, why not? Wouldn't that encourage some exploration? Wouldn't that encourage you going out and actually learning the area as opposed to being driven from one place to another?
Sure.
I would argue go the other way though. Just it's behind a story wall and you can't access those zones until 4.1 hits. Like if you're gonna go.
No, see, I think
you need leveling zones.
Yeah, you open it up at 4.0. As soon as you're done with the MSQ, you can go to Doma. Then that gives you a real reason to get through the MSQ.
Especially if you notice what I noticed is that when you see your character as a samurai in the benchmark, the first thing you notice was, man, my character's trying really hard to just blend in. I mean, what if it does end in the story where they're like, okay, go to Doma, learn what kind of information you can, see how the people are feeling, see what the Empire is up to, and come back with all this intel before we storm it. That would be kind of cool to give you a reason to explore and, just kind of lay low until 4.1.
Well, I think your character was trying to blend in pretty heavily in Alamigan territory, too.
Yeah, no, what I see
by sitting there doing flashing moves on a cliff top, that is not my idea of blending in.
What's going to happen is we're going to try to go to Alamigo, but we're going to be repelled by something. Oh, now we need allies. We need to garner more strength. Let's go get the Domans. You level through the Far East, and at the end of 4.0, you go back and liberate Alamigo.
I hope not. No.
Oh, I think that's be too bad either.
No, it would.
Why? If you're Square Enix, why do that?
But even still, that would still, if they're giving us Alamigan zones, which I hope they are, that means that waiting until 4.3 to give us the Alamigan zones to explore, that would also be kind of lame.
But one of the biggest complaints that I think we've had as a player base is that we're really sick of having to have every level range represented in each part of your expansion. Like we kept saying make zones that are dangerous. Well, one of the ways that you do that is you make all the new zones dangerous. Like everything over unauthored should be able to kick your ass. Like none of it is. Don't think of those zones as leveling zones. Why? Because you've got Palace of the Dead to level through if you want to. If you want XP, you go dungeon grind. You go do Palace of the Dead. That's why they're there.
Well, and not to borrow an idea from World of Warcraft, but if I recall, wasn't there always only, like, when a new expansion came, they had one zone outside kind of the new hub area where you leveled the next 10 levels, and then the other zones were max?
No.
When has FF14 ever been about leveling in the zones? You level through the quests in the zones.
But those take you through the zones, yeah.
Okay, but those zones are also like level appropriate, right? So if you go back to the Coerthas Western Highlands right now,
that's true. That's true. Yeah. Well, yeah, and if you're doing fates in that area, it corresponds to the level as well. Yeah, you've got a point. There's generally a accepted level range that exists for any one zone or any one area, and I think that if Square Enix moves away from that idea and moves away from the idea that like that they need to push us through to different zones, like
curate the zones by level.
Or make it a fucking theme park where you're just going from one quest to the other and you're seeing every bit of the zone. I think that doesn't leave much up to the imagination,
right?
And it ends up boring your audience more than it engages them.
If you're going to do that, though, you better have something in mind for what you're going to do with those zones, because if you don't, you're just going to have high dangerous zones with nothing in them.
No, I agree.
And no one in them.
I completely agree. Even if we've only got 2 or 3 Alamigan zones and then one kind of like middling level zone outside of Doma, that's plenty of space to be able to make 70 capped or even higher zones that move outward. And I mean, I think really, as we move towards Garlemald,
Yeah.
there's got to be an element of fucking danger on that overworld. There just
there
has
better
to be.
be.
There just has to
There
be.
does, because even in original ARR, if you happen to stumble across a Garlean encampment area, that was a bad sign usually for you. Like, I remember when I was leveling my first job up, it was right before the part with Titan for the first time in Costa del Sol. I accidentally went to that one castrum up there. I got my shit handed to me. But I thought that's where I was supposed to go to get to the next area. I'm like, why the hell would this be here?
Tenshi in our chat saying, but isn't FF14 relatively a theme park MMO? Yeah, and
It sure is.
I think that's
to its discredit.
It is. That's to it. Yeah, it doesn't help it. It's not helped by the fact that it's a theme park. And I think that maybe the decisions that you've made up until now, they don't have to be the same decisions that you use moving forward.
Not forever, no.
No.
You're allowed to change.
You can switch it up. You can subvert expectations. You don't have to.
Please switch it up.
Yeah, I think that's what we're saying. I think that's what we're advocating for.
Definitely switch it up.
Yeah. Oh God. Anyway, let's go to